Let's catch up. Ta-da! I have new hair. How I'm feeling lately. All good things take time. How have you felt with Pav being away? Plans on moving out. Are you still saving to build? Might rent with Pav, and also Serbia. Kind of amaze me every now and then. How are you feeling about going back to uni and starting your masters? Have you ever tracked calories? How did you become so body positive? You're a bit strange. I'm a very tall gal. I'm going to Saudi where he is. Hello guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. It is Q&A time because it has been a hot minute, and also this is a bit of a hair reveal. I mean, you would have seen it if you watched the weekly vlog, but for some of you this may be the first video you're seeing of mine this week. So ta-da, I have new hair. I absolutely love it. I just felt like I needed a change. This year has just not gone to the greatest start. I feel like we can all agree on that, and I just needed something that was like fresh and funky for February. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm loving the short hair. So much easier for me to maintain as well. So, and the blonde is just addictive. And I've got bangs back. Oh my gosh, love it. Anyway, today I thought that I would sit down and just have a chat to you guys, update you on what's happening, how things have been going, and yeah, kind of just update you on life at the moment. I asked you guys over on my Instagram, as I always do, if you had any questions that you wanted me to answer or address, and I've screenshotted all of them, and then I've written down some key ones that I got asked quite a lot. I will quickly mention that I do have a little highlight on my Instagram that's just called Q&A, and I save my responses in there when I do Q&As on my Instagram. If there's ever a question that I don't answer, it's probably because it's already been answered, and obviously like I don't want to keep answering the same things every week. So yeah, just thought I would tell you guys that in case you didn't know it was there. Let's sit back and let's catch up. So the first question, really general. You guys are so sweet, just asking how I'm feeling lately. If you've been keeping up with the weekly vlogs, you'll probably know that it's been a little bit of a roller coaster. I've been in a bit of a rough, weird place for the past like 7 months. I truly do feel like I'm coming out of that now. I've done a lot of things in the past couple of weeks that have really helped towards that, and yeah, just a lot of growth, a lot of things I have to work on myself, but we're getting there. Bit of a process. All good things take time, but honestly right now I'm feeling pretty good considering everything. I feel like the situation in the world right now has really impacted my anxiety, and I know for a lot of you guys you'd feel the same. It really does like flare up my anxiety and doesn't bring out the good parts of me, like all of this COVID stuff, and just I try not to get too consumed by it. I feel like I found a really good routine at the moment. So like currently in this moment, I'm feeling really good, but just taking each day as it comes. Next question is, how have you felt with Pav being away? Honestly, I feel like I've handled it a lot better than I thought that I would. Of course I've missed him, but I feel like the time on my own was really important for me and really necessary to have. I feel like I've done really well and I've really utilized what I've had. In saying that, I did have plans to go and see all of my friends, go and do all these fun things, go on holidays and just like go to the beach a lot, and I have not done that due to the whole like COVID situation and things just getting a little bit worse in Brisbane and stuff. I've just been like keeping my distance and isolating at home, really just trying to like be a bit more careful. I go to the gym each day and that's like my outing, but I haven't really seen any of my friends. Haven't really gone to the beach because the weather has been shocking, but yeah, I think now I'm ready for him to come home. When you're watching this, he will be home. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to picking him up and having him here again. I've had some much needed alone me time, like a lot of time to process things, I don't know, figure things out for myself, which has been nice. I really needed that. Plans on moving out. Are you still saving to build? Yes, still saving to build, very much so. I'm still growing my savings. It is getting more and more expensive to build and buy land and move out, so I'm not loving that. And I'm still quite a bit away. Like it's not like I'm going to be moving out in 6 months, but enjoying living here in the meantime. I live with my parents and they've always been super comfortable with like having us here until we can build and move out. So at this stage, that's kind of still where I'm at. I'm still saving to build. Might rent with Pav at some point. I don't know. I'm just trying to like save as much money as possible because, as I said, things are just so expensive. So I don't know. We'll see. Plans could change, but I'm still saving to build. Are you keen to travel again, and if so, where? Of course I am keen to travel. I think it really sucks too because like for me, I'm 22, turning 23 in a couple of months, and I just feel like this was my time to be traveling. Like 21 to 25, I wanted to be like going on holidays, going overseas, and obviously COVID has prevented all of us from doing that. I'm kind of bummed because I feel like I don't know, later in my 20s things are going to get a bit more serious, and not that I won't be able to travel because I'm still going to travel now, but yeah, I just think it'll be a little bit different. Yeah, super keen to travel. High on my list, I want to go back to New Zealand so bad. Any like tropical islands. I do really want to go to Canada again and go to Whistler and Vancouver, and also Serbia. Obviously a lot of you would know Pav's Serbian, so that's definitely on the cards, and probably one of the first international trips I would say that I would be doing is Pav and I going to Serbia to meet all of his family and see his culture and where he's from. Do you and Pav have any goals this year? We actually did goal set a little bit this year, which was so cute because Pav is not that kind of person, and he's really just like, I don't know, come out of his shell, matured a little bit this year, and I just, bless his soul. I think one of the biggest ones for us is being more present. I feel like last year we got very lost in things. Like I feel like we just kind of were like moving through what life was chucking at us, not in a good way necessarily, very into the social media world and just being on our phones and whatnot. And towards the end of the year, like probably the second half of last year, I decided, you know, I want to be more present. I want to like switch off from my devices and whatnot. But Pav is very, very big on his phone, like a little bit of an addiction. He's always on there. But we've kind of made that a goal this year that, like, you know, when we're together, we're connecting, we're spending time off our phones. When we're with someone, we are engaging with them. So I think that's a really nice goal to have. And even we've booked a little Airbnb for next weekend, or this weekend when you're watching this. The Airbnb doesn't have a TV, so like switching off from like the news and stuff, because Pav loves the news and it just stresses me out. That's going to be really nice to just like properly disconnect from the social world, I guess, and just, yeah, really connect. That's probably one of our biggest ones. Money saving tips. I am definitely no like, you know, crazy saving person. I would recommend reading The Barefoot Investor. I think it's just like good to have a little bit more knowledge on money. Even if you're not into like investing and stuff, or like the serious side of money, it just gives you like good like mindset tips along the way, which I found really helpful. But yeah, basically I just have like different accounts for different things. Every time I get paid, I divide my money up in between those things. I just found my lip gloss. I don't know why I'm dangling that around. I have an account that's for like emergencies only, like say, I don't know, your phone breaks, you need to buy a new phone, your car breaks, you need to like pay for a service or whatever. It's like emergency money. And then I have like fun, holiday, cool money, like stuff that I can buy that's fun, but I'm still saving. And then I have like my house fund. And then so I've got a percentage that I divide up into my savings. And then the other money goes to like different types of expenses accounts, if that makes sense, like bills and things like that. Recommend just sitting down and working out what percentage of your pay each week you're willing to divide to different things. What is a small but loving thing Pav and you do for each other? I love this question. This is so cute. My legs are getting sweaty. It is so hot in here. Pav does so many really cute things, just like out of the blue too, and they just kind of amaze me every now and then. One of my favorite things he does is like he'll wake me up with a croissant and coffee. Like he'll go down to our favorite coffee shop, go and get our favorite croissants. He'll leave before I've woken up, or he'll be like, stay in bed a little bit longer and like go and get breakfast. That's so cute. But every day that I stay at his, he'll make me coffee in the morning. Like once he's up, he'll go and make me a coffee, which is really cute. What do I do for him? I don't know what he would consider cute. I cook a lot. I buy a lot of like little gifts. I love giving people gifts and stuff. So like I'll buy him like new pajamas or just surprise him with little things here and there, I guess. He'd probably have to answer that question. How are you feeling about going back to uni and starting your masters? Look, not gonna lie, a little nervous. I think just because the word masters kind of scares me, but look, we'll deal with that. But yeah, I'm excited other than that, just to learn about something new. I love learning, and I feel like this is an area I can really thrive in. Even though I'm not keen for like the stress and the assignments and the exam, I'm really excited to potentially thrive in this area. Yeah, I think it'll be a good experience for me, and yeah, it's obviously going to get me into the direction and the avenue that I want to go down in terms of like mental health and education. Yeah, look, we'll have to wait and see. I've got like a month until I start, so the uni weekly vlogs are going to be back. If you guys are at uni too, we can ride that wave together. Wow, my hair looks so different. What do you do on your rest days from the gym? My rest days from the gym, depending. I always have Sundays normally off the gym, and that's like a proper rest day. Like I don't really schedule anything. If anything, I'll just like stretch. But on my like scheduled rest day, I will still go for a walk and move my body. I just find that it really helps me, and it's something that I really enjoy, is moving my body. So I'll try and go for a walk, like a really big 5k walk on a rest day. But depending on how I'm feeling, some weeks I'm just so zonked that I'm like just sleep in. Just don't bother today, and I don't push myself. Favorite memory from 2021? Another cute question. Probably graduating from uni with my dual degree. I think that was a huge milestone for me because I think I've explained it in a couple of other videos, but I honestly did not see myself graduating. Like when I started uni, I was like, I'm not gonna finish this. I did not feel like uni was for me. I mean, it wasn't a place that I thrived, but I was so proud of myself for finishing and so proud of how I did towards the end. Like the last 2 years, I feel like I did pretty well. So yeah, that was probably a really big one. Also Hamilton Island. I love our trip to Hamilton Island, even though it has so many like stupid stories, like stupid things that happened while we were there. It was such a fun experience. Probably my top 2 for 2021. Have you ever tracked calories? No, I have never tracked calories. I probably will never. I just don't feel like it's something that aligns with me and my personality. I think I can see myself getting very addicted to that. I don't know, taking it a little bit too far. I have had an unhealthy relationship with food before, so I'm really proud of myself for getting myself to a place where food isn't seen as such a bad thing. Yeah, I'm not under eating, I'm fueling my body well, I'm nourishing it with foods that are good for me, and I'm really proud of getting to that spot, so I don't think I would ever do anything to like tarnish that. It's just not personally for me, but I totally understand that other people have different views on that. That's cool. I don't think it's something that I would ever consider. How did you become so body positive? I was actually surprised how many questions I got about body image and body positivity. It's obviously something that I have been sharing quite a lot on my Instagram. If you follow me on there, you'll probably have seen stuff trying to just like add realistic stuff onto people's feeds. Like that is just what I want to do because I get bummed out when I like go onto social media and I just see all of these like posed fake, a very social media world. I want to add realistic element and I want to be that person that people come to for just real stuff. Like, you know, no filters, no body altering and any of that stuff. Like I've never been about that. So it obviously took a lot of work within myself. I've always been semi-confident, as every girl goes through a period of having body image issues or, you know, just being really self-conscious, and I've definitely gone through that and I have my days feeling like that. I think training, sorting out my mindset, eating well, you know, I look after myself, and I think once you start doing that and focusing on what you're doing in your environment, you feel better within. Like when I'm going to the gym, when I'm eating well, I look in the mirror and I see a healthy person kind of thing. And I also just realized one day that I was like, life is too short to hate the body that you have. Like, you know, it does so many wonderful things for you. Why be like picking at it and ashamed of it when this is your body? Like, especially in my 20s, like my body will probably never look like this again. So I just want to embrace it and be grateful for all the things that it does for me. Not to say I don't like look in the mirror sometimes, catch myself at a different angle and go, oh my gosh, my cellulite, oh, stressful, can't wear these shorts. I don't think it bothers me for as long. Next question was, do you want marriage? And do you and Pav particularly want to get married? I thought this was an interesting question. Totally do. We both do. But I think it's very interesting because up until I met Pav, I never really thought about other people not seeing the point of marriage. I'm not seeing the point of marriage, but just like the whole thing, like the wedding thing and just like the whole extremities of it all. Because Pav, as soon as I met him, I remember being really shocked because like something came up about weddings and he was like, just like, you know, go and get papers signed on a rainy day and it's done. You don't have to do all the extra stuff. And I was like, you're a bit strange. I still want a wedding and I still, you know, we definitely want to get married. In saying that, I think I've realized that it doesn't need to be what other people think it should be. I think I've really realized that it's your day, not a thing that you have to do. Like you have to meet all these criteria. It's a day that you create to celebrate you and your partner, and you create it around what you and your partner are like. I don't know, I feel like when we do, it'd be very much a representation of what we are like and our personalities. Also not doing the parts of weddings that we don't want to do. Like it would be a day that we've constructed, like our love day, I guess. I've seen a few people calling it that. And I guess that's essentially what it is. Taking the parts that we want, discarding the parts that we don't want, and making it our own, making it a day that we want, not what society wants. So yeah, definitely he's on board now, and we've talked about it, and we've definitely like met in the middle. Yeah, just found that very interesting. How tall are you? I am 6 foot. I think a lot of you are surprised and don't realize I'm as tall as I am. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm 81 centimeters. So I'm a very tall gal. I played basketball growing up. I've always been the tall, lanky kid. Even in dancing, I was always at the back because I'm so much taller than everyone else. But yeah, I'm a tall gal. I got a question from someone and it was like too long for the box, so they just messaged me. Someone said, how did you feel and go about revealing that you're struggling with mental health around your friends? I know that you said you felt like you're burdening them. For me, I struggle with the same thing, and I also have this rep for being a happy and bubbly person. Just wanted to know your thoughts. I thought this was a really important question to answer. So obviously in one of my past vlogs, I sat down and was really raw with you guys and told you how I was feeling and just about the rough patch that I've been going through. I've known that I've had anxiety for like 5 years now. I think I was fresh out of high school when I, you know, kind of sorted my headspace out and like took it a little bit more seriously. And also I studied psychology because I was interested in mental health and stuff and helping people who have mental illness. I've always sort of been quite open about it because in a way I know a little bit more about it, rather, you know, like I've studied it, done my research, I've gone to psychologists, so I get the whole thing, and I totally relate to people who have different mental illnesses. Whilst I do feel like a burden when I'm telling people, hey, I'm really struggling right now, and I try to go through things on my own, but the people around me just know me well enough to, I don't know, deal with it in a good way. Does that make sense? I just feel like everyone's kind of on board. My family is very around mental health. They're very supportive. I have a loving partner. I have loving friends. So I don't feel like it's such a scary thing for me. But I do definitely, like, I have times where I kind of push how I'm feeling away because I'm in a social context and I'm known as the bubbly person. I'm very like chirpy and happy and I don't know, vibrant, and I love being that person. Like, that is me. I'm learning that it's okay to not be like that all the time. Like, you don't have to be 110 because you don't always feel 110, but I do feel a pressure when I'm around other people to like live up to what I'm known to be. I guess at the end of the day it just kind of comes down to having good people around you, because yeah, you need to have a supportive network. You need to feel comfortable enough to have people to talk to. I hope I answered that well enough. Another question is, are you getting your booster to see PAV if you can? I got very confused by this question. But I am actually getting my booster tomorrow when I'm filming this, but I will have already had it when this video goes up. Just for me personally, that's what I decided to do. I have had asthma. I've had some really bad lung conditions in the past. I had some really rough years in high school with lung infections. So that kind of made me want to get it. Yeah, I'm seeing Pav anyway, and I'm not going over there. I think some people think I'm going to Saudi where he is. He's isolating and then coming home. So he will be back here next week. Yeah, we can spend some time together. But yeah, I'm not necessarily getting the booster to see him, if that makes sense. Do you still work a daytime job as well as YouTube? I'm very lucky. I have explained this a few times. I'm just a little bit quieter about where I work now. That's part of my life that I didn't want to be so open about, because I think when you're online, you do need to be a little bit picky about what you're sharing. So yeah, I think that's just what I've decided to do. Yeah, don't be offended. I'm gonna end this Q&A on a really cute question. Someone asked, what is something you are proud of doing, achieving in the past months recently? This is a really good question, and probably one of the proudest moments would be taking initiative for some of the things that have been happening in my life, and you know, working on myself and putting in that time to fix things. I feel like sometimes that is a really underrated thing, like just owning up to some of our behaviors and some of the things that we do that may not be helping us. I feel like I'm a very self-aware person, but at the same time, like I can get so caught up in what's happening that I kind of don't have full perspective. I feel like the past couple of weeks I've really gained perspective on things that I do personally, or just, yeah, things that are going on in my own life that I really, I don't know, have spent the time to work on. So I'm really proud of myself for that. Also, probably another thing is just my relationship with the gym. I feel like I'm one of those weird people that gets excited to go to the gym. Like, it's like my meditation. It's really good for my mental health. And when I'm in a consistent routine, that is when I'm my best self. So that's something I really want to do this year, is prioritize training and exercising, because I know how important it is for me to be my best self and to show up as my best self. Especially the end of last year, I kind of slacked off. I was like, oh, like we'll go twice this week, then the next week we go 5 days, and then the next week we go 3. Like I need to have that consistency with the gym to kind of be my best self. So yeah, that's something else I'm really proud of. How I've developed, how strong I've gotten. I've said this on my Instagram before, like I'm not the strongest person. I'm not lifting crazy weight myself. I'm just so proud. Like when I go to the gym, I don't look at a single other person. I am just there to train and focus on myself. And I'm just so proud of all the things that I've been able to do, and I don't know, see what my body can do and see my body going up in weights and getting stronger. I'm very, very proud of myself. Essentially gotten there myself. But yeah, that is all the questions that I'm going to answer in today's little update Q&A. I hope you enjoyed catching up. I feel like I need to do these a little bit more regularly because when things happen and life just gets messy, I feel like we get a little bit disconnected. I've been trying to do them a little bit more regularly also on my Instagram, so that's why I'm saving my responses on my highlights. But yeah, just trying to put out like every fortnight just like a little question box and answering a couple and just keeping you up to date. Another goal of mine is to be more connected with you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe, staying healthy. I'm sending you all good energy, big hug, have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will talk to you in my next video very, very soon. Bye guys.